everybody. Meteorologist AJ Colby here in the Weather Center. And happy hump day, everybody. Boy, it's a lot quieter than yesterday. That is an understatement after numerous wind damage reports and, of course, severe weather reports all across Northeast Ohio from a storm complex along a squall line that fired up, moving over Lake Erie, producing tremendous wind damage, hundreds of thousands of power outages, folks without power, still cleaning up there, still thousands of folks without power in Northeast Ohio. The good news is, at least today, we're in much better shape, and also no tornadic reports, no tornadoes reported touching down in Northeast Ohio. Believe it or not, I think meteorologists here in greater Cleveland are kind of stunned and shocked a little bit about that after all the tornado vortex signatures and even at one point tornado debris signatures reported on Doppler radar. It doesn't look like anything has materialized. I just checked the reports from the Storm Prediction Center, and nothing has come in there in terms of tornadic reports. But of course, lots of straight line wind damage reports, wind gusts close to 80 miles an hour at Burke Lakefront Airport and other locations in Northeast Ohio, along with tremendous rains. That was needed, but it would be nice to get that as a soaker as opposed to all at once. Okay, let's check, first of all, radar. And radar imagery, next-ray Doppler radar, much quieter, nothing going on here in Northeast Ohio, so all clear. Out on the lake, not so much, though. There is quite an amalgam of whitecaps out there on Lake Erie. It is definitely not the place to be. I would stay off the water, obviously, with waves close to 9 feet at times. And no surprise, a small craft advisory is in effect with northeast winds up to 15 to 29 knots tonight, or 20 knots, waves 4 to 7 feet, some 9-footers out there. This is a live look, of course, if I did not mention that, from the City of Cleveland Water Division, crib cam, if you will, looking toward downtown Cleveland. Tomorrow, the winds ease and waves down to 1 to 3 feet. The small craft advisory will come down. The water temperature is up 1 to 76 degrees, currently off Cleveland Harbor. So not the place to be, folks, out on Lake Erie. That is for sure. Let's check out some of the rainfall amounts over the last 24 hours. Hopkins Airport doesn't look impressive, 0.26 inches, but 0.86 at the lakefront. Youngstown, over 2 inches of rain. That will get your attention. Mansfield, 0.18, over 1/4 of an inch at Worcester, almost 2 3/4 at Findlay, and Toledo only 0.14 inches. Okay, let's have a look from outer space now. Low pressure and a trough of low pressure, along with a front spinning off to the east-southeast. Really just debris clouds in the wake of that weather system. We've had some breaks of sunshine here, and that hasn't done much on the thermometer end. We've made it into the 70s after an 87-degree high yesterday. I believe a 91 at Mansfield. Akron Canton also hitting 90 degrees. Not quite so at Hopkins, but dew points in the 70s, producing some pretty high heat index values. Little wider view showing just some high clouds off to the north and west. Nothing in terms of precipitation. All eyes focused on Debbie now, and Debbie is a tropical storm. We'll zoom in. This is a high-res image of Tropical Storm Debbie, and you can see it is about to make landfall there over South Carolina. Forward progress is expected to slow, and of course the feeder bands of showers and thunderstorms around Debbie continue to rain out on parts of the Outer Banks of the Carolinas, and you can see the spin there pretty clearly. We will be minimally impacted by Debbie on Friday, maybe a couple of showers, that's about it. But it's a very slow, pokey system. Flooding rain expected over the next 24 hours. Upwards of 1 foot of rain could fall from Wilmington in North Carolina on south and west into parts of South Carolina. And there you see upwards of 4 to 6 inches even as that rain spreads northwards into PA and New York. Let's check out the maps in motion now, and as we show you the forecast, you'll be able to see the weather systems begin to sandwich over the upper Great Lakes as Debbie turns its focus more to the north and west on into the Carolinas. Tropical storm Debbie is expected to move over central South Carolina by tomorrow morning. And you can see very minimal progress to the north with that storm by tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow night, still spinning away on spin dry over North Carolina. You can see there is an approaching cold front to our northwest. And I would say by Friday morning, the interaction between Debbie becoming extra tropical, a tropical depression, and the cold front, which is pretty dry, there could be a couple of rain showers around on Friday, not only in the morning hours, but in the afternoon on Friday. Eventually, the cold front sweeps through Friday evening. This really tells the weather story. It should crank up our winds a piece as well as it comes through. So here's radar, and this is futurecast radar as we advance now into Thursday, but especially Friday. You can see some of those showers start to funnel into northeast Ohio. They're fairly scattered. Best chance for rain will be south and east, and then right along the cold front as it comes through. We'll also notice the dew point levels start to come up as well. They're a little bit more tolerable, as you've noticed, not as much juice in the air, but by tomorrow afternoon, we're surging back into the 70-degree dew point category. Friday afternoon, you can see the drier shades that start to come in. You can see those back here northwest of about Toledo and Findlay. Those start to funnel in for Friday evening and should set the stage for an absolutely stunning weekend. Our forecast details for tonight, partly cloudy and pretty uneventful overall, I would say. Northeast winds will ease. No chances for rain. The overnight low 65. For Thursday, blended clouds and sunshine, a seasonably warm day. We're still going to tug up the temp to around 84. No rain expected. East winds at 5 to 10. Let's look ahead into the extended. The weekend looking spectacular. After our Friday bump there with a brief shower passing thunder shower, Friday's high near 80. We may have to tug up that percentage, maybe to 30%. But overall, a dry Friday, but we can't rule out the rain potential as we see that front interact with Debbie. 77, gorgeous on Saturday. Boy, if you have weekend plans or activities, of course, every weekend important in summer here, it is just perfect. We're calling for highs in the upper 70s with overnight lows near 60. Just pleasant air. A touch warmer on Monday, but still seasonal with a high near 80. Overnight low at 62. I would say a fine-looking forecast, and boy, we sure deserve it after what we went through yesterday. Hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your Thursday night. As always, I appreciate you stopping by. From the AJ Colby Weather Center, I'm meteorologist AJ Colby. Have a great night.